Welcome to Denver, Colorado. Right now we're standing near the intersection of Zuni and Spear Streets, which is not a place most walking tours would go, but from this high point, you can see a great view of the city. Looking to your right, you can see theme park Elitch Gardens, and just beyond that, Ball Arena, where the Colorado Avalanche and Denver Nuggets play. The blue bridge just in front of us is Spear Boulevard, and is one of the main arteries into the city. Now, through the magic of editing, we're going to jump to our next spot on the tour, which is Larimer Square. Here we are in Larimer Square, just off 15th Street and Larimer Street. This is where the city got its start in the late 1800s, and it is now a protected historic district. Because of that, this street hasn't had cars on it since 1971, and is now one of the main shopping and dining destinations for visitors. I recommend Rioja or Capitol Grill. And if you want to catch a show after, Comedy Works hosts national acts as well as local comedians every single night. Continuing north on 15th Street, we traveled 3 blocks to the Denver Center for Performing Arts. This complex was opened in 1972 and is home to the Denver Center Theater, which hosts more than 25 shows per year. The Colorado Philharmonic performs here, as well as several live music shows and touring acts. Only 2 blocks further north, we see the Big Blue Bear looking in the window of the Colorado Convention Center. This convention center is nearly 600,000 square feet and hosts over 250 trade shows every year. Behind you, you can see the tracks of the Denver Light Rail, which goes all throughout the city and actually runs through the convention center. Now we've reached Colfax Avenue, which is the edge of the city government area. In front of you is the Populous Hotel, which claims to be the first ever carbon-positive hotel in the world. The facade was recently renovated to look like an aspen tree, which are prominent throughout Colorado. I highly recommend taking the elevator to the top floor, where they have an amazing rooftop bar called Stellar J, and a view of the Capitol building, which you can see behind us. Moving across Civic Center Park to the right of the Capitol, you'll see the City and County building. Let's go check it out. Here at the City and County building, more than 11,000 employees work, as well as the court system, public works, and emergency management. Behind us, you can see Civic Center Park and the Colorado Capitol building beyond. The gold roof on the Capitol is real. However, the gold is pounded so thin that they only need about 4 pounds for the whole thing. Now, let's travel into the park, shall we? Here we are standing in the center of Civic Center Park. To the east is the Capitol. West is the City and County building. Looking south, you can see the Greek Theater and Denver Art Museum behind it. Looking north, you can see the Voorhees Memorial and the City of Denver. This park hosts several big events every year, including the Taste of Colorado Food Festival, the annual Holiday Parade of Lights, and the 420 Cannabis Festival, as Colorado was the first American state to legalize marijuana. Now, here we are on the steps of the Colorado Capitol. If you look down, you'll see a step marked 1 mile high. That step is exactly 5,280 feet in altitude and serves as a reminder that Denver is known as the Mile High City because it sits at 1 mile above sea level, not because of the whole cannabis thing. The majority of the city actually sits about 40 to 50 feet below the mile high mark, as you can see from this high point looking back west.
Ja, nee, nicht so. Das ist genau im Schatten. Aber mach mal mit deinem Finger so auf. So, point, okay. Ja.
Traveling north from the capital to 18th Street and Broadway, you'll find the oldest hotel in Denver. This is the famous Brown Palace, named after gold baroness Molly Brown, who was a wealthy Colorado pioneer and developer. While she was famous regionally, Molly rose to national fame as a survivor of the Titanic and was played by Kathy Bates in the 1997 film. Working our way back to 16th Street, you can see that this is another area where cars are not allowed to go. Only the free shuttle bus that takes people north and south are allowed on 16th Street, which was formerly called the 16th Street Mall. Here you can find much of Denver's best shopping and dining, as well as public art exhibits and hangouts like Lucky Strike Bowling and the Denver Pavilions Shopping Center. If you jump on the shuttle and go west to Curtis Street, you'll find this end of 16th Street equally inviting, with the historic Daniels and Fisher Clock Tower, which hosts live events on the top floor. Interestingly, much of the clock tower is still used for office space, despite a 2.5-ton bell still ringing hourly from the top of the tower. Behind the clock tower is an open space, which turns into a skating rink every winter. Finally, we've arrived at the last stop on our tour. This is Union Station. This train station dates back to 1892, where it brought people from all over the country into Denver, and to this day serves as the main hub for trains abroad, plus bus and light rail routes going all over the state. We'll finish our tour here inside of Union Station, which was renovated in 2018 and now boasts several world-class restaurants, a 5-star hotel, a bookshop, and of course a waiting area for those getting ready to board their train. Now that we're done, feel free to stop for a drink in the terminal bar, grab an ice cream at Milkbox Creamery, or if you want an insider's tip, go up one floor to the balcony where you'll find a speakeasy called the Cooper Lounge, which makes the best craft cocktails in the city.